Yo, what's going on, y'all? It's Cone back here again today with another video. Today, we're going to be playing a game called Buy or Sell. I went to Twitter asking y'all to drop me some NBA takes. I took some of them, put them in this video, and I'm going to react to them, letting you know whether I'd buy on them, say like they were a stock, I would invest in them, I'd put my money because I believe that they are something that can happen, or if I'm going to sell on them, saying that I'm not a big believer and I'm not putting my money anywhere near them. Make sure you leave a like and subscribe if you enjoy, hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any of these videos, and comment down below a take that you are buying or selling on, and also let me know what you think of the takes in this video. Let's go ahead and get right into it. This first take comes from Evan Reed, who says that Desmond Bane will be playing at an all-NBA level within the next 3 seasons. This is one that I'm gonna buy on. I like Desmond Bane's game a lot. I still think he's criminally underrated by most of NBA fans. He's one of the best perimeter players in the league, just a historically great shooter so far in the early going of his career, and he just keeps getting better at such a rapid rate. He was most improved player candidate last season. This year, in my opinion, he's right there in the race again, just continuing to grow, get better, expand his game. He's gotten so much better at self-creating, making jumpers that you wouldn't have seen Desmond Bane even attempt last season. He is knocking them down with consistency. Plus, he plays alongside John Morant, who only helps elevate his game as Desmond Bane elevates Jaws. The two of them are such a dynamic duo, and I think by the time we reach 2025 in 3 seasons, Desmond Bane will be an all-NBA caliber player. However, if we're talking about him actually making the All-NBA team, that's something that I would sell on, just because the depth of guard play in the league right now is maybe unlike anything we've ever seen before. You've got so many guys at that position with only 6 spots available on the All-NBA teams. Just off the top of my head, there's Luka, there's Ja on Desmond Bane's own team. You have Shea, you've got Trey, you've got DeJounte Murray, you have Darius Garland, Donovan Mitchell. That's 7 guys right there off the top of my head, plus like Cade Cunningham, Jalen Green, who are both pretty young, Scoot Henderson, who's coming into this draft and is supposed to be a generational level guard prospect. Just so many guys in this league. It is stacked at the position. So while I do think Desmond Bane will be at an all-NBA level, him making a team isn't something I really see within the next 3 years. Now we've got a take from That's Just Marcus, who says that Luka will win an MVP award before Joel Embiid. To a lot of y'all, this might seem like a no-brainer to buy on with how great Luka is, but I'm gonna sell, mainly because Joel Embiid is a better supporting cast than Luka. I think both of them are going to get MVP awards at some point in their career, but Embiid is much better set up for immediate success than Luka is. He's got James Harden, Tyrese Maxey, Tobias Harris, great bench play from guys like DeAnthony Melton, Shake Milton. It's just a better squad over there in Philadelphia. Right now, I think they're much more of contenders than Dallas is. We've seen a lot of inconsistencies from Luka's supporting squad, even though he's putting up monster numbers, and having team success is imperative to winning the award. So while Luka Doncic, you can argue whether him or Joel Embiid are better than each other all you want in the comment section below, but I think Embiid has a better supporting cast and is also an MVP caliber player, making it a lot easier for him to win MVP soon. Plus the narrative of the fact that he's finished twice as second place, I think that also goes a long way towards him winning the award. For the Mavericks, I just don't believe in their supporting cast to help Luka get to probably the top 3 seed that he would need to win the MVP award soon. This next take comes from Suns Geek, who says that Devin Booker is top 5 in the MVP race and people need to stop hating. I absolutely am buying this one. Devin Booker belongs in those MVP conversations. I tweeted this out, I think like a day ago. He's now scored 40 or more points in 3 straight games. Phoenix is the 1 seed in the West despite missing Chris Paul for a lot of the season. Cam Johnson, who looked great, got injured, and now they don't really have a power forward that's consistently playing because Jay Crowder is sitting out too. They've had injuries to some other guys, and Devin Booker has looked the best he ever has in his career. Once again, leading them to the 1 seed, missing some really critical pieces. I think Devin Booker has become kind of underrated by people, as well as the Phoenix Suns. I know their season ended really poorly last year to the Dallas Mavericks, but they still are a really good team. They've been probably a top 3 squad in the NBA so far. Devin Booker has been the leader of that. He's one of the best scorers in the NBA right now, an underrated playmaker. Defensively, he's worked a long way to improve. Devin Booker is one of the most all-around players in the league, leading a team to the top of the conference. He deserves to be in the MVP conversations for sure. Next, we got a take from Juan Chi, who says that Nikola Jokic has become slightly overrated. This is one that I cannot sell on faster. I think Jokic is underrated. If anything, he has been one of the best players in the league so far. Box score wise, you might not think so. His numbers are pretty universally down across the board, but he's still dominating. His impact is still there. One of, if not the best probably the best playmaker in the league right now. Just, it feels like when he's on the court, he's seen the future. He's seeing it from the bird's eye view that we're watching at home. He knows where every single player is. Guys have have to send doubles whenever they play him because otherwise he's just going to score every single time, and he's always able to find the open shooter. The Nuggets are knocking down corner threes at a historic rate because of how Jokic is able to find them. He can knock down big shots too. He can really change his game depending on whether they need him to score 30, they need him to drop 15 dimes, whatever is needed of Nikola Jokic, he can flip his game immediately, and he's basically unstoppable offensively. His defense still isn't phenomenal, but it's been getting better and better. Nikola Jokic, I think, has just become underrated. When people talk about the top 5 players in the league, he belongs firmly in that conversation, and I don't see him get enough respect. Now we've got a take from MJ is the GOAT, who says that the Warriors will trade Klay Thompson at the deadline. This is another one that I'm going to go ahead and sell on. Even if there are better options out there, you can trade Klay, one of your young guys, or even a pick to upgrade at the position. I think they're too loyal to what Steph, Klay, and Draymond have built here in Golden State. I doubt Steph wants to see Klay go regardless of if there's a better option out there. To me, it just feels like this core is staying together for the long term. Unless Draymond Green wants $1 billion in free agency, then I could see the Warriors letting him walk after all of the weird circumstances surrounding him and Jordan Poole at the beginning of the season. I wouldn't be surprised if that connection ends this offseason. But in terms of Klay, I think him and Steph both are going to finish their careers as Golden State Warriors, and I don't think the organization wants to see it any other way. This next take comes from Hiatus, who says that right now in the NBA, there are about 10 or so teams that can win the championship this season when fully healthy. This one's tough because I haven't done the exact number in my head of how many teams I think can win it all, but I'm going to go ahead and buy on this one mainly because I think parity is at an all-time high in the NBA. You obviously have your great teams like the Celtics, the Bucks, the Suns, and some other squads when they get healthier, but overall, I can see so many different squads winning the championship. Maybe like 4 or 5 out west, 3 or 4 out east, and maybe that doesn't quite up add to 10, but I'm still going to buy the sentiment that right now the league is wide open. We could see so many different squads walk away with the Larry O'Brien trophy at the end of the year, and I am super excited about that prospect. Now we've got a take from Lay Louch, who says that the 2018-19 Sixers were one of the biggest missed opportunities of the 2010s. I completely agree. I am buying on this one heavily. I thought they were a championship tier team. I believe if they didn't lose to that Kawhi Leonard Game 7 buzzer-beating shot, they would have ended up winning a championship. Joel Embiid, Ben Simmons, Jimmy Butler, JJ Redick, Tobias Harris, those 5 guys alongside the bench, Brett Brown, they would all be NBA champions right now. I cannot prove that in any way. It's just a hypothetical that I believe, but that was a stacked squad. I cannot believe they ended up letting Jimmy Butler walk. It was a huge disaster from then afterwards. They're good now. They've kind of worked their way back, but looking back on that, if they had kept somehow that entire squad intact, apparently it was picking between Jimmy Butler and Ben Simmons. If they just picked Jimmy Butler instead of Ben, who they would end up trading later after all that drama, they might not just have one, but maybe multiple titles under their belt. Instead, they're sitting here right now probably wondering what could have been. And our final take of the video comes from ASJL98, who says that the Lakers immediately become Western Conference favorites as soon as they trade Russell Westbrook. This is one that I am once again going to sell for a couple of reasons. The first one, Russ is playing really well. He is not the problem in LA. He's been great off the bench, one of the best 6 men in the league right now. He's great playmaking wise. He's kind of figured out how to play alongside LeBron and Anthony Davis. He's been a big part of Anthony Davis's renaissance over these past few weeks. And yes, he's playing like a superstar. LeBron is great. Russ has been good. Some of the role players like Lonnie Walker and Austin Reeves have stepped up. But even if they make a trade, they aren't going to immediately become the Western Conference favorites. I need to see a lot more sustained success from them if I want to put them at the upper echelon of the conference. Maybe if they continue to win games, 80 continues to be a superstar, and we see some more improvement, then maybe a minor trade, giving up like Patrick Beverley, Kendrick Nunn, and a first to bring in some solid role players could help them return to contention. But right now they're still sitting outside the playoff picture, so I'm going to slow down the roll just a little bit on them. Those are all the takes I have for y'all in this video. Those are all the takes I have for y'all in this video. I appreciate y'all watching. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and hit that notification bell as always so you don't miss out on any of these videos. And once again, comment down below what you thought of these takes and what is one take that you are buying or selling. I'll see y'all later. Real one, say it back.